To a different battle. Something is missing from Rudy Garcia Tolson. Actually, it's two things, and Rudy's been dealing with it since he was born. Then, at a young age, he and the family made a courageous, tough decision.
When I was born with many birth defects. The biggest problem was my legs did not work very well. Basically, I went through 15+ operations before I was 5 years old, many of them to try to correct and save my legs.
I remember the doctor said, you know, he will never walk. He will live his life in a wheelchair.
When I was 5 years old, the doctors asked me and my parents, well, what do you want to do? You could stay in a wheelchair the rest of your life, or we could cut your legs off and maybe you could walk. I told the doctors just to cut my legs off. I want to be able to live a full life, not in a wheelchair, and just do what I wanted to do.
He had a walker. He only used it for a week. And I remember he threw it. Says, I don't need this no more.
I was pretty excited. I thought to myself, well, now I can start my life, you know? Now I can start doing what I want to do without, you know, having my legs to hold me back.
He swam in the Paralympics in Athens and Beijing and won 2 gold medals. But he wanted more than that.
We live in a world where if you have no legs, you don't have to stay in a wheelchair. You can get up and you can walk and run and do whatever you want.
I don't know what's driving him to do this race, but I think he wants a challenge. I think going to the Paralympics is not big enough for him. I think he wants something bigger. And what's bigger than the Ironman?
Coming into this race, 21-year-old Rudy Garcia Tolson knew the swim would be the easy part of the day.
I think one of the biggest challenges for me is to get through the bike because I only have my glute muscles to really pedal on the bike. And I can't stand up on the bike, you know, on the hills. Like, you know, people with legs, they stand up on the hills to get going fast. So I can't really do that. So the bike is going to be extra challenging.
And Rudy will be on that bike for almost 8 hours. Another Ironman rookie is Navy Commander David Haas. And this is where he makes his home, the USS Thatch. His mission as commander of the frigate is to protect the Al Basra oil terminal and the waters of the Persian Gulf from pirates, terrorists, and foreign aggression. This terminal pumps out 97% of Iraq's total income.
You got to do something to keep yourself busy, unemployment. Obviously, big focus on being fit to fight. And I just said, hey, how about this idea to promote fitness and promote teamwork on the ship? I have to plan every minute. We're pretty good at that in the Navy. Any free time that's allocated, I'll put my bike on the bridge wing, so I still maintain the situational awareness required as a commanding officer, but I'll ride for someone's entire watch on a Saturday or Sunday morning instead of people sleeping in. I'll be on my bike riding. At night, after everything kind of slows down, I'll work for the long run that needs to be done, you know, the 3-hour run on a treadmill. If there's an opportunity, if we aren't in a war zone where I could go swim, or if we pull into port, I'll get a swim in. But otherwise, I have to use a rowing machine, a VersaClimber, or some other exercise to try to stimulate those swim muscles. All in all, for a week, during a build period, I'll do about 21 hours of working out.